welcome back. I'm Ganesha and today I'm going to talk about Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. Once, when I was about 12, I spotted an owl or a similar type of a bird sitting on a branch opposite my balcony. And I swear, I spent the whole day looking for my Hogwarts letter in my balcony. I know I was a year late and absolutely silly, but that's my love for Harry Potter. It's immeasurable. The Goblet of Fire starts with a very interesting letter from Mr. Weasley, Ron's father, to Mr. Dursley, asking the permission to take Harry with them to the final of the Quidditch World Cup. Imagine that. And to the utmost horror of the Dursleys, the Weasleys do arrive at their home to take Harry away. It's one of the funniest and the cutest scenes in the book. Now Quidditch is love. So very excitedly, Harry, Hermione and the Weasleys go to watch the World Cup final. But does anything ever go smoothly in Harry's world? Of course not. The Dark Mark, Voldemort's and his followers' official symbol kind of a thing, is spotted at the World Cup final, indicating his return to the Wizarding world and causing confusion, panic and fear all around. Now Harry reaches Hogwarts and gets to know about the Triwizard Tournament. The Triwizard Tournament is a magical contest held between the three largest wizarding schools, each represented by one champion, involving three very dangerous tasks. Only wizards above the age of 17 are allowed to enter because apparently students have the possibility of dying in the contest. But guess what? Harry finds that he is one of those who the magical cup picks out. Now, the magical cup never makes a mistake, and Harry didn't put his name in the magical cup, which the poor lad tries very hard to make everyone believe around him. Now Harry will face death-defying tasks, monsters, dragons and dark wizards, along with being called a cheat for putting his name in the magical cup and trying to stay alive. Oh, and also, Harry is having these weird dreams about Voldemort and his car is hurting again, which is not a good sign at all. Now, The Goblet of Fire is a thick book, having around 600 pages, but only because it has so much to cover and in so much detail. J.K. Rowling takes care of everything. Harry Potter is not the story of a brave famous boy trying to save the whole world from his deadly enemy. Actually, Harry is never portrayed as a true blue hero ever. He has faults, he makes mistakes, he needs help, he gets scared, and also gets rejected by his crush Cho Chang for the Yule Ball. Also the Yule Ball, a high school dance kind of a thing, a part of the Triwizard Tournament, brings a different charm to the story and is really fun to read. The movie is enjoyable and colourful, having a happy and merry tone, bringing to life a lot of things from the book and enhancing their effect, even though it moves very fast with respect to the story. I'm sorry, but the book is more detailed and every line of the book is so much pleasure to read. I'll just talk about two scenes which are very close to my heart and I can't get over them. One is Emma Watson playing Hermione, looking absolutely gorgeous at the Yule Ball. Oh my god, she is a goddess. And the second one is Hagrid and Madame Maxime dancing away at the Yule Ball. They are so cute. Also, does anyone else feel Daniel Radcliffe playing Harry Potter looks really hot with his long hair? No? The Goblet of Fire has a lot of important stuff happening. A lot for you to grasp. But it doesn't get overwhelming at any point because J.K. Rowling puts in fun and light scenes in the middle to make it easier for you. And wait, this is what you get if you win the Triwizard Tournament. It's a lot more beautiful in the film, but yeah, whatever. If you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.